For many undocumented Indians in the US, the fear is no longer just being arrested on the street. It is about walking into an immigration officer for an appointment and wondering whether they will walk back out or not. Well, reports now suggest that some immigrants appearing before the Immigration and Custom Enforcement, also we call them ICE, are being asked to bring their passports. And that has created a wave of anxiety now, particularly among some Indians and particularly Gujarati community in India. Now let me tell you, why does the passport matters here? It matters because when immigration authorities want to remove somebody from the United States, travel documents can make that process much easier for them. Well, if a person does not have a valid passport, then authorities may have to coordinate with person's home country government and obtain an emergency travel document. Well, that can slow deportation. So, if authorities already have the necessary travel document, the process it can move faster. That is why some immigrants are now worried. They're asking a very simple question. If I bring my passport, am I making my own deportation easier? And yes, at the very same time, immigrants face another difficult decision here. Do they show up for their appointment or they stay away? Well, staying away can also have serious consequences. Missing an immigration announcement or court proceeding, it can lead to additional legal problem, including removal order in some circumstances here. And this uncertainty, it is creating another problem here. People are becoming vulnerable to exploitation. Some immigrants are reportedly being offered very expensive legal assistance to accompany them to IC appointments. In fact, according to a report by I Am Gujarat, one Gujarati immigrant was quoted as being asked to pay thousands of dollars for legal representation and travel-related expenses. Others are reportedly being offered one-day legal assistance for similarly large amount here. And whenever fear rises, unfortunately, scammers, they also appear. They promise protection, they promise that everything will be handled. They take your money and then the person may be left alone when the situation becomes serious or vulnerable. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why legal experts, they repeatedly stress the importance of getting advice from a qualified immigration attorney and understanding exactly what rights and what obligations apply to an individual case here. Because there is no single answer that works for everyone. An immigrant status, case history, court order, and immigration proceeding can all change the entire situation here. But yes, one thing is absolutely clear. Fear is spreading. And when people are afraid of appearing before authorities, well, the immigration system itself becomes harder to navigate. Well, for Indians, specifically those who have spent years building lives in America, this is not an abstract policy debate. This is about families, about jobs, home, children, businesses, and the future.